Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm keeping my shot at the fling combo, the double fling combo, the flinger fling. Anyways, pass, no blocks, pass the damage. Thank you kindly. Back to my turn. Let's do it. Fire Emancipation, go. And that mana, as much as I complained about it, it was exactly what I needed for this. So, you know, that's good. Flingarooski. Flingaroski. Fling, 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 fling. Bam! -12, aka -24 in one turn. Hey, could you just go stand over there for me? Yep, just right there. And 1, 2, 3. Ah! What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're gonna be flanging some fire giants, or really just any kind of giants. They don't have to necessarily be on fire, so to speak. Anyways, today we're gonna be focusing on taking out the opponent in one single turn, and that's gonna be pretty much our goal every game today, really. So how are we gonna be doing this? We have 4 copies of Calamity Bear, a brand new giant that came out in Kaldheim that reads, if a giant source you control would deal damage to a permanent player, it deals double that damage to that permanent player instead. This is a really strong card. 1, it allows you to double your damage. 2, it's not a legendary creature, which means it can come down and be stacked upon, and then you can deal quadruple damage, right? And then octuple damage, or whatever 8 times damages. So the point is, you get down Calamity Bear, or you get down to however many you may have. Then you get down a Bone Crusher, and on top of the Bone Crusher, you can Infuriate. Of course, that's going to kick the Bone Crusher up to like 7 power. So when it swings in, it's, well, potentially dealing 7 damage. Of course, if you have Calamity Bear, then it's potentially dealing 14 damage. And off of the Fling, that's another 14 damage. And you guessed it, that's 28. And now you're saying, Chance, but what if they have chum blockers? Well, that's why we added in 2 copies of Primal Might, right? Boost up a creature really big, then have it fight something else, then, you know, clear the board and freely swing in. We also have 3 copies of Fire Giant's Fury. This card is sorcery speed. Target giant you control is going to get +2/+2 and gain trample, which is really huge given, well, everything we just talked about. However, this other effect on the card is something that's completely being slept on. I don't know why this card is not being played more. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player this turn, exile that many cards from the top of your library until the end of the next turn. You may play those cards. So this is a 2 mana, potentially draw 4 cards if you have Bone Crusher, or, you know, if it just strikes wholeheartedly on the face, it's draw 6. Sure, you have a little bit of a timer as to when you can play those cards, but, I mean, come on, we were playing 4 mana Showdown of the Scalds, and, well, that was draw 4, and again, you're still on a timer. So, I think Fire Giant's Fury not getting nearly enough credit, especially when you couple it with Shapeshifters. So, sure, Guardian Gleedwalker is not a huge ordeal when it generally comes down, it's just a 2/2. But if you can throw Fire Giant's Fury on it, now you have a 4/4, it has trample, it can swing in and draw you cards. And, well, the other reason we're really playing Guardian Gleedwalker is because we can fling it with, you know, Circling Flinger over here. It does double damage thanks to Calamity Bear, so it does have a lot of potential power within itself when combined with the rest of the deck. Realm Walker, another non-giant giant, if that makes any sense. It's a shapeshifter, so 3 mana, 2/3, allows you to choose a creature type as it enters the battlefield. Of course, we're going to choose giant, and then we can cast giants off the top of our library. I will say, I recommend going down to like 2 copies of Realm Walker. Maybe even going up an additional copy in Guardian Gleedwalker. But Realm Walker, it's a little slow, right? 3 mana, and generally Bone Crusher just has better stats. And also, you never want to see 2 of these guys, as I'm realizing. They don't stack on their effects. It doesn't generally do anything for you to see one after the other. Anyways, a couple other things we need to notice here. We do have Shatter Skull Smashing for some additional removal. We have the Infuriate, as I had mentioned earlier. You couple this with Fire Giant's Fury, and now you're giving your creature +5/+4 stat line and trample, which means if you have a Calamity Bearer down and you throw that on, you know, Bone Crusher or even another Calamity Bearer or whatever, it's going to be huge, right? It's going to be dealing like 9 damage, 18 damage, and you can fling it for another 18 damage. That's like 36 damage. So the point here is obviously get down your doubles. Now, I keep talking about Calamity Bear, but that's not the only way that we can double, or rather multiply our damage source. So we have Fire Emancipation, this 6 mana enchantment. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple That's right, triple that damage to that permanent or player instead. So if we have this down plus Calamity Bear, we're going to be dealing 6 times the amount of damage that we normally would to any target. If we have 2 of these down in a Calamity Bear, well, that's 18 times. If we have 2 of these and 2 Calamity Bears, that's 36 times the amount of damage that we would normally be dealing to any permanent or player with any giant source, which is insane. And of course, we have Surtling Flinger as a one-off, because sometimes just having Fling in your deck isn't enough. Sometimes you need a whole creature ready to catapult your other ones with full force. Not only full force, but double force. Surtling Flinger, whenever it goes to attack, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Surtling Flinger deals damage equal to that sacrificed creature's power to any target. Furthermore, if the sacrificed creature was a giant, it deals double that damage instead. So, well, you guessed it, if you have a Calamity Bear down, a Fire Emancipation, and a Surtling Flinger, you are right back to dealing 12 times your amount of damage, and you're going to fling that Bone Crusher so happily, right? Because 12 times 4 is like 48 damage, and, well, that's really good, not to mention the fact that you're also swinging in with a creature that has 4 power, and you're also going to multiply that times 6, so you know you're really swinging at them with like 60 points of damage, all with just a few pieces. Well, that's not a few pieces, I lied, but y'all get the point. The point is, go aggro, fling stuff in face. Don't fling it if it's not gonna destroy them. If you don't have a line of play, don't fling your creatures, okay? Because that just doesn't. You're gonna lose the game. You're giving up resources. You're not gaining a victory. You're just saying, boy howdy, I hope I draw X card. Don't do that. Only fling if you can win the game, alright? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the deck tech breakdown. If so, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe down below, because I don't know how to English this morning. It's just very difficult. Anyways, I'll see all of y'all in this high-flying, flinging giant action. Alrighty. Timder Magic Master. Timder Magic Master. We're gonna keep this hand. We got 3 Bone Crushers off the rip. You don't look gift horse in the mouth, is the saying, I think. And so we're not going to. We're just gonna keep this hand. 3 Bone Crushers. That sounds like a lovely hand, like a lovely playtime. At least for us. I'm sure the opponent probably won't think so. We are gonna go ahead and get down the Castle Emberth, as it does enter tapped, and then we'll probably go ahead and throw this down as green mana. So if we want to get down the turn 2 Guardian, I can. Although now that I see that we have a Calamity Bearer, I might just go ahead and throw down Kazul's Fury and aim for that, but I think we'll be fine. We'll go for the Guardian Gladewalker. They won't know what hit them. Literally, all creatures are hitting them, so they may not know what kind of creature I'm choosing. You know, I saw the Yoria and I was like, at least it's not rogues, but you know, they're doing something similar. Anyways, we'll see what Valky takes. Probably the Calamity Bearer as well, taking Bone Crusher. Okay. Doesn't really do anything. Makes us spin a turn taking it out, but that's about it. Goodbye, Valky. Boop. Alright, thanks for that back. Alright, so we need more lands now. We can play down the Bone Crusher because I dropped the Kazul's Fury as a land. That way, well, we could, right? Elspeth's Nightmare. Luckily, we don't have anything in hand that they can actually take, so that's good. I could go for another Guardian Gladewalker or double Bone Crusher them in the face, but I really want to get a creature down on the board so that way next turn we can get down Calamity Bearer and potentially deal, you know, lots of damage. Anyways, opponent's going to take a little look-see into our hand, and, you know, that's grand. Anyways, Tim, what you got for me? You're not going to be one of those annoying Soul Top players, are you? Where you're constantly attacking my hand? Why don't you just play a Cultivate or something? Go chill. You don't have to worry about what I'm doing. You worry about what you're doing, Tim. Oh. You're leaving all your mana up, Tim? I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie. I got trust issues, and you're pressing them real hard right now with that. I think I gotta grab more red mana. Just, you know, you got the Bone Crushers and the Calamity. You never want to have not enough mana, right? Now, they think that I'm just going to turn around and drop this Calamity Bearer because, well, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm not going to. Does that make sense? Sometimes in Magic, you gotta do what makes the least sense in order to make the most sense. Because if I draw Calamity Bear, they gotta counter it. Or they got something. So we'll throw this down tap. We still have 2 Bone Crushers with which we can send to their face hole. So, you know, sure. You can play down a creature, flash speed. No, just an omen. Just a cheeky little omen. It's fine, because again, we do still have 2 Bone Crushers we can let off at the face. Take them down to 10 life. Then we can get down Calamity Bear. And then our Bone Crusher on the board is already dealing 8 damage. That is, of course, if we can get, you know, all this to go down. What is that? What is that song? Meet me in the club. It's going down. Yeah, y'all didn't think I listened to that kind of music. Of course, I don't listen to Meet Me in the Club anymore. Pretty sure I was a small teenager when that came out. Clubbing music, not necessarily my my forte. Pretty much any point in my life, not just whenever I'm an adult here now, but in general, I'm just not a very clubby person. Now, if I drop Calamity Bear, we drop them to 2 life. They got 1 mana. Could they have counterspell for Calamity? Well, they don't. They could, but they don't. So they're down to 2. I don't really think I need to commit more to the board, but at the same time, I want to get that goose down. Yeah. What's a little loosey-goosey hurt anybody? You know what I mean? Minus those geese that get primal mighted and then, you know, attack you in the face, because that stuff hurts. That stuff hurts. Alright, so I'm kind of expecting a board wipe here, but Shadow's Verdict won't do it. The flippy floppy thing, I'm still gonna have a creature alive, you know, you know the one I'm talking about, Extinction Event. See, told you knew. But it would leave them with 2 mana, so they could theoretically get rid of, you know, Bone Crusher and Goose, and then finish off Calamity. Because you certainly don't want to target Bone Crusher if you only have 2 life left, right? Because, well, that's GG. Anyways, Tim, what you got for me? Hello? Well, we know one of their cards is Jorion, so they have 4 cards with which to deal with, you know, my 2 creatures here. Not saying it can't happen, but, you know, it means 50% of the cards in their hand would be used this turn, right? Well, not 50%, you know, a little bit less than 50%. We'll throw out the good game, and I don't know that Tim came up with an answer. Or are you going to be one of those Magic players, Tim, where you pull it out at the last minute and you're like, Well, there's the Extinction Event. There goes Goose and Bone Crusher, and then they have 2 mana left. That's it. That's it. They just didn't know how to remove the Calamity. So I was right about half of it. Agardia. Sorry, I know y'all can't see it because of my head, so... Now, yeah, I can see it when it comes to this screen. Sorry, I'm just... clicking, clacking, banging, slinging on my desk, and I want this hand, but I want more lands with this hand. You know what I mean? We'll go out on a leap of faith, and I'll keep. We are gonna drop the Fabled turn 1. This way we can go ahead and grab green mana, and I can play the Guardian Gladewalker if I choose so. It's a mono red. Boo! We don't like mono red around here. Not classic mono red and play queue. I get, you know, you trying to do your dailies. So Guardian Gladewalker not going to be too much help to us here. I think we're going to stick with casting Bone Crusher at him. Drop the Shatter on the next turn. We can drop Guardian Gladewalker as well. So we let this damage ride on through. That's fine. Yep. Another Fireblade. That's it. Well, you know, that's fine. I'm assuming they... Well, no, they don't. I was going to say I'm assuming they have the snow instant that deals 3 damage to a creature, and they were gonna X-nay my Bone Crusher's ability to land a, but they didn't. Maybe it's only opponent's creatures. Either way, we're getting down the Bone Crusher. Alright. Alright, 3 mana, and they pass it back to me? What? What do you have, Mono Red? What do you have? I think I just play down Realm Walker and name Giants, right? If they can't take out Bone Crusher, they can't take out Realm Walker. So, yeah. I'm not going to attack here either because I think that they got a trick up their sleeve. Some kind of little special something something. Who knows though? Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I'm calling them a mono red Andy and they're not playing mono red at all. Because, well, let's be honest, they have 3 mana down and the only thing I've seen is Fireblade Chargers. There's no way they got a handful of lands. What is, it's like a pocket full of lead. Isn't that the that saying? Anyways, we'll take that 3 damage on the face. Nice casually. 2 Gruul's Furies in a row. Really? Yeah, no joking around here, game, huh? Alright, well, let's go ahead and drop this one. It will put us closer to the Fiery Emancipation. I kind of want to fling our Bone Crusher at the Torbrand, but I think the best way to do that is to first and foremost swing in with Bone Crusher, right? Because they'll be like, well, I'm not blocking that. And then we'll go smack, smack. Oh. Or... okay, we're still going to fling the Bone Crusher. Don't get the wrong idea, okay? I'll put you up to 3. Nah. Well, 3, 4. You can take 1, 2. So I'm definitely flinging that. I mean, I guess this just goes here. Because if I put it on Realm Walkers, it's not like it makes it any more livable through the Fireblade. I mean, they either have something to follow up, or they don't, right? So, if they do, we'll lose the Realm Walker, and if they don't, then we won't. Simple as that. Now, we could use that other Gruul's Fury, go ahead and get it down, and then the following turn we'll have enough mana for Fiery Emancipation, which is certainly lovely. So let's go ahead and pass to attackers. Now, here's the thing. They could have Embercleave here, and we could be allowing them to get Embercleave, right? But I'm gonna hope not. I'm really... no, whoa. Hold up there, matey. Alright, so Torbrand dealt with, Fireblade Charger dealt with. They didn't have an Embercleave. I don't know what this mono red player is playing. I don't have an idea. Oh, it's Boros. it's not mono red after all. A land. You know, playing with the top card of your library revealed, kind of depressing sometimes. Kind of depressing. Alright, it's okay, because one of these days we're gonna draw into another giant. Yeah, we're gonna have more than 4 creatures to play. It's gonna be amazing. 3, I'm sorry, we've only played 3 creatures this game. Alright, well, that's fine. Opponent has only played 4, so it's not like we're too lagging behind. Another Fireblade Charger. What is this, like Nahiri equipment? Are you trying to equip everything to the Fireblade Charger, make it real big and beefy? Maybe. My turn. Hey, there's a giant. I almost said, hey, it's a Johnny, but a lot of people wouldn't get that. Anyways, kind of want to play Surtling Flinger, I'm not going to lie. It's flingtastic. And the fact that it can, you know, fling our Realm Walker for a little bit more. And on the next turn, I could drop Fiery Emancipation. They wouldn't even know it. Yes, let's do it. I still have enough mana for the fling. If I wanted to fling the Flinger into the Torbrand, I suppose that would work. But I think we'll be alright for now. We're just going to go on the defensive. Surtling Flinger does have 6 health, which means it should be able to block Torbrand theoretically. But yeah, seeing more land, that's not really what I wanted. But you know, dropping Fire Emancipation does deal triple, so if I was to fling a Guardian, it's going to deal double here, so 4, and then triple, so 12 total. Unfortunately, they are at 16 life. Of course, if I fling the other Realm Walker then thereafter, I think I'll be fine, right? So we're actually going to use Surtling Flinger, swing in, fling. Oh, don't remove it. Don't make me bite my tongue already. You're making me a little uneasy, opponent. Rune of Speed. They gave haste to the creature that could already attack. That's what you like to see. Let's go. So we're going to let that swing in, obviously. Are you crazy? I'm not gonna throw away my shot here. I'm not. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm keeping my shot at the fling combo, the double fling combo, the flinger fling. Anyways, pass. No blocks. Pass the damage. Thank you kindly. Back to my turn. Let's do it. Fire Emancipation, go. And that mana, as much as I complained about it, it was exactly what I needed for this. So, you know, that's good. Flingarooski. Flingaroski. Fling, 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 fling. Bam! -12, aka -24 in one turn. We did it. We flung some giants. Not in the traditional sense, right? But in a shape-shifting sense. Winch, gonna be our next foe. And it seems like with this deck, I either draw my top-end creatures and my bottom-end spells, or I draw my bottom-end creatures and my top-end spells. There is no in-between. Zero in between. Alright, well, we're gonna stick with drawing only lands and spells this game. That's fun. I like when I have a good split in Magic, you know, you're like, oh, moving in and grooving. If I can draw either of the witches, would be fun. But it's fine, we're just gonna keep drawing the same cards we already got. I do like doubling up on the potluck, you know, it's kind of like in poker. I love having two of a kind. It's so valuable. It's obviously the most powerful hand in all of poker. That's why people go for it, right? Two of a kind. It's just so difficult to maneuver. Witch's Oven, and our opponent's playing like just hard, basic mono green food. I'm not gonna lie, Winch. I'm disappointed in you. I'm really disappointed. I come to play Q to see entertainment. Are you not entertained? Garruk's Harbinger. Yawn, yawn, boring snooze fest. Alright. And a Witch's Oven. My goodness, you're really surprising me with your plays here, Winch. It's so out of the ordinary. We finally hit another creature. It's a Realm Walker. Perfectly in time, too, because it's round 3, so... No time like the present. Hey, that's another giant. If only I had the mana, I could have played it off the Ripperooski, but we can't, so it's fine. Next turn, I can get down Calamity Bear. I can. I could go Calamity Bear, then on the next turn, maybe a little Fire Giant's Fury, Infuriate, Primal Might combo. Maybe I don't want to do all of that, but you know, we could do something. Something along those lines. Lovestruck Beast. And then that's it. Alright, so Calamity Bear this turn. We'll hope they don't have any fight effects, because my golly, I know how awful those are. If we could get both Calamity Bears down, then we are dealing quadruple damage with our giants, which means, you know, a little Fire Giant's Fury could be enough to punch on through to the other side. Oh my goodness, mono green. How do you draw this stuff off the top of your deck? You're so good. So Wicked Wolf coming down, because, you know, why wouldn't they top the... top deck the one removal card they have in all the mono green? It just makes perfect sense. I'm over here top decking like lands and cards that I really just don't need, shuffling my ass off trying to get through my deck, and they're like, la 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 la, Wicked Wolf. Well, okay then, sure, Sonny. Whatever you say, Jimmy. Gotta drop the other Calamity Bear, of course, this turn. I'm not gonna not drop a Calamity Bear. Now we can Infuriate, and that'll put our Calamity Bear big enough to deal with the wolf to a degree, but we'll also be risking the fact that they could use Witch's Oven and the geese to, you know, build upon the wolf. Now we can block the Harbinger. Block that Harbinger, and I shall. And I shall. Right, we're gonna use Infuriate here. Although there's the Fling. If I was to Infuriate 3, 2s, 5, 7, Fling. No, it's still only 14. We still would have been off. I was like, do we have lethal next turn? Did I just toss away lethal? Nah. No siree. So I can go for a Primal Might here, go really big. That wolf can get up to 7 power. We can add 4, which would make our Calamity Bear go up to 8. They can actually add 4, right? Because the goose. So that's not good. I could have Primal Might, use Calamity Bear to take out the Love Struck. 2, puts it to 6, and then use Fire Giant's Fury. Try and draw tons of cards. Alright, let's do that. So let's go, well, this is sorcery, so we might as well go ahead and play this here. We could also have played the Realm Walker off the top here, but, you know, going for these big damage plays. Big damage plays. Suppose we could have swung in here and then seen if we could have flung our Calamity Bear for the lethality. But it's fine, their wolf is tapped. We still have the Realm Walker with which to block their wolf come next turn. They do have a lot of food in order to gain life, so I'm a little worried about that. But hey, taking them down to 6. Man, I really wish I could have played that Fling or something. The Fling and Flanging combo. So, we have a mountain. Oh, we have a Cracked Ground, so I could drop this and drop Primal Might. Do we have any other 1-mana spells? No? So I think that should be the play then. No, you stay there. Let's do this. And then I try and do Primal Might. Not on the wolf, obviously, but take out one of these geese. Oh, no. No, I meant to pay it for 0. Confirm. Alright, there we go. Now we got so many flings and all that kind of stuff. Next turn we should have them for sure. Sure, they can gain a lot of life off the food. I think, you know, dealing double with Calamity and then having access to another Calamity plus flings plus all this other stuff should be enough. So our Fire Giant's Fury, hopefully pulling through in the end there. We're going to block with Realm Walker because we really, well, don't need that ability anymore. They just let the wolf go. They just let it go. That's a GG. That's a G to the G. Right? So if I drop you, then I can fling the other one. And they don't have enough mana, right, to gain enough life over that. I don't think. Giant Source. Does this count as a Giant Source dealing damage? You know, I don't know. We're gonna fling you anyways. Right here. Right here. Oh no! Oh, I'm so dumb. If we lose this game, it will be 100% my fault. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh no, Chance. Oh no. I'll mention what I did wrong here in a minute. Oh, I just lost the game for us, I think. Because these go away, don't they? Fire Giant's Fury only lets you play it for until the end of your next turn, yeah. Oh, no. Alright, so if I swing in here, though, they will block, but they can block the one. I can't believe I just did that. I mean, I can. I very much can. Very, very much can. So we should have won that game. I'm sorry, everybody.